Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Does the Prime Minister believe that it is the damage being caused by Brexit, his litany of broken promises, his condoning of Conservative Party corruption, or just simply his complicity in lockdown, busting, Christmas parties and quizzes, which has caused the public to so dramatically, so rapidly lose faith in his leadership?
Mr. Speaker, what I observe is that actually it was our freedom from the rules of the European Union that enabled us to deliver the fastest vaccine rollout in Europe, that has enabled us to have the fastest economic growth in the G7, and that is of massive benefit to each and every one of his constituents. And I think he should acknowledge that point.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In December last year, my friend was sat with his dad writing down a list of names of the people who would be permitted to attend his mum's funeral. At the same time, we now know that number 10 was hosting a myriad of different parties which the Prime Minister claims to know nothing about, despite the fact that they happened in his own house. So can I ask the Minister this? Surely even he must accept that a Prime Minister who seeks to protect partying, indeed a Prime Minister who seeks to protect himself, rather than to protect the integrity of public health messaging, is no Prime Minister at all.
Minister.
Well, he says that we know certain things. We don't know certain things. They are unproven allegations, and that is the reason why we have an investigation, in the same way that investigations take place when other allegations are made every day in police and other affairs. What we will seek to do through the Cabinet Secretary is investigate the allegations that he and others make.
Richard Thompson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can I have confirmation from the Prime Minister? Is he getting rid of the COVID rules simply because he doesn't understand them?
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we're able to make progress on the COVID rules and to get rid of them because of our deep understanding of the pandemic, and I thank him and I thank all our Scottish colleagues for the way they've helped to communicate what we're doing in such a way the British people across the whole of the UK has been able to move forward more or less together, so that the differences between us are far smaller than the similarities, and I'm very proud of that.
Mr. Speaker, we've all seen the footage on Sky News of the Prime Minister smirking, even chuckling at the suggestion that he attended his party in his own back garden. So can I ask the Minister a straightforward question? Is it not the case that the Prime Minister hasn't just been laughing at the public, he's also been lying to them?
Sorry, it's not the language we use, and I think you could just temper the language. Inadvertently might do. Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's nonsense to make that assumption or accusation against the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister does not and has never taken these matters lightly. He takes them incredibly seriously. He has devoted a preponderance of his time as Prime Minister, and rightly so, to this pandemic. He knows its consequences. He personally has been affected by it. He sees the victims all the time, and when he visits around the country. So his characterisation is unworthy and unfair.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. This morning, the Conservative Party in Scotland issued a press release, and it stated, and I quote, "The pandemic sees a rise in criminals getting away with crimes." Were they talking about the Prime Minister?
Mr. Speaker, what we're actually doing is cutting crime by 40% and putting 20,000 more police on the streets.